Well, this is gonna be an interesting video. Hey guys, it's Ruhi. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today, I will be talking about how to write a book. I know that is a very, very broad topic, but I feel like I can answer all your burning questions for it because I will be narrowing it down into tiny segments. But yeah, guys, let's just jump right into this because this is going to be a really hefty video and I want to make sure that every single one of your questions are answered as we go through this together. All right, let's begin. So first things first, I'm going to start from the very beginning of the writing process, and it's not even pre-writing. Like pre-writing is like later on. The first, and I mean the very first step of ever conceiving a book is from here. If you really think about it, every single idea that you make, literally you make. So think about it like that. When you're working on your novel, you will realize that certain aspects, certain things that you have conjured up for a reason. So keep that in mind. Now that you really start to realize, like, okay, these ideas are coming to me, I really want to find some way to jot it all down, I want to start pre-writing, I want to do this and that. And in order to even get started in the pre-writing phase, what I would suggest for you to do is, first of all, do a brain dump. And I mean like literally dump all your brain's contents out onto paper, not literally, and just get it all out. Once you do a quite extensive brain dump, that is when you start organizing your thoughts and ideas onto an organized pre-writing step. This part may or may not apply for some people because due to personal preferences, some people don't like the pre-writing stage and just want to jump right into writing. And honestly, that is perfectly okay. If you're one of those spontaneous writers, then by all means, you don't have to follow the pre-writing step. Like, I know some people force the pre-writing step upon others, but I'm not going to do that because I know that sometimes some of us like to be spontaneous. We just want to jump into our writing because we're just that excited and it turns out great, then that's good. You don't have to do pre-writing. But if you are one of those beginning writers that kind of want like a layout of what to do and when to do and how to do stuff, then I suggest for you to do pre-writing. And once you become more experienced, then you can start writing spontaneously because you'll have like a mental layout of what to do. So pre-writing. Let me just say, pre-writing is probably the hardest steps of ever writing a book. Like the hardest. Because it's not really laid out in front of you. It's more of like you have to do the laying out. In order to get past that difficult stage, you have to really get all your contents together of your brain dump and formulate it into one organized sheet of paper, probably more than that, or onto like an organized database on your computer. And I'm going to use like a personal reference of mine. Oh my god, you can hear that garage opening quite loud. What I do for my pre-writing is I use notebooks, and I'm more of like, when I say I'm a writer, I'm a writer. Like, I don't really like to do stuff on the computer. The only thing I do on the computer is obviously writing the novel, and I'll show you guys a quick glimpse of it. I don't want to show you it too much because it kind of contains details for my sequel of Subversion, so obviously don't want to spoil that to you guys, but I will be showing that to you right now. So as you can see here, this is my writing folder as it says it boldly. Okay, now that I got all Subversion stuff out of the way, I'm going to show you the stuff of my old books. So the stuff I have stapled here together is from my old book, My Summer Love Story. And I actually showed this on my TikTok. This is a character chart I have made, and I will just be explaining that to you guys really quickly. So obviously it's titled here character chart, and I put up here book title, and then basically this is like a whole like mind map of everything of your character that just kind of maps out your characters for you, and it's easy for you to reference if you forget certain things, and it's just overall very organized and keeps you in check. And this is basically like something I used for the last chapters of my book, my summer love story. So as you can see, it's really looks really complicated, but it was just like a rewrite of a few chapters and more character charts. So this is all part of my book. And then this is planning, more planning. And then character development sheets, and you get the gist. By the way, if you guys need a copy of the character chart, let me know in the comments below so I can get that sent to you. I do need your email for that, so let me know if you guys consent to me using your email so I can get that over to you quickly. And this is my actual book planning notebook. I actually got this recently by like my boss, and she knows I love to write, so she got me this for me, and it's so good. It's like a whole like leather padded notebook. I'm gonna show you like a quick skim of it without the my sequel details, but this is just how it is. Obviously it's like really nice. So I use this. I've just started using it. I only filled up like the first few pages of this. Oh, not gonna show you that. So yeah, you get the gist. Like pretty nice. I like it. Okay, so now you have a good idea of how I do my pre-writing processing, and basically what I suggest for you to do is just keep like a detailed database, whether it be physical or technical, of your pre-writing stuff, so it's easy to access your information. And pre-writing process, what I suggest for that is to, first of all, what I do before I do anything in pre-writing process is jot all of my characters down. I feel like characters shape the novel, and without characters, the story wouldn't even be there in the first place. So I feel like before planning anything else, always have your characters down, because as I said before, characters shape the story. So I always keep like a detailed analysis of my characters, and once they start to come to life in my mind, that's when I start to work on the actual plot. Pre-writing, then again, is volatile and for everyone, so I can't really put too much of my input on that matter, but I'll just put my opinion in, so maybe you guys can figure out from there how you want to do your pre-writing. But yeah, enough about pre-writing. I'm gonna jump on into the actual writing, because I think that's why we're all here. After you're done with pre-writing, you're like, okay, now I have like this big like heap of a mess in front of me. I've got all my pre-writing down now. Like, how do I even start writing this? Like, what do I do? So first things first, after you're done with pre-writing, I suggest for you, from like whatever program you're writing on, literally just write. I know that sounds really stupid. You're like, well, yeah, duh, but like how? Like, there is no how in the situation. There's no like specific layout or matter or situation of how you should write. Just write. Let your thoughts flow. It doesn't matter if it sounds like a third grader wrote it. Who cares? Just write. Get it all out. It's literally, you know, all from your head. Let it pour out. I don't care if nothing comes to your mind. Scour in your brain for something. Look in your pre-writing notes and find something that brings that spark to your mind and be like, okay, yeah, I want to start off with this. And it obviously, you're not gonna write it perfectly the first time. Trust me, you're not. The amount of times I rewrote Subversion, it's absolutely insane. So that's why, you know, just write whatever comes to your mind. Just let your mind flow with your beautiful thoughts. And before you know it, the more you write, the more you progress throughout your story, you're gonna find out that writing is gonna come naturally to you because you're more comfortable and within yourself to write. And I feel like us writers are always so hard on ourselves. I feel like we just share that exact same personality trait. Like, we're such perfectionists, we cannot even bear to make a single mistake. And I hate to break it to you, but in the writing world, we're gonna make mistakes every single second that we breathe. So that's why we need to not be so hard on ourselves and instead allow room for mistakes and allow us to just grow and improve, because those two things are really important if you want to be a successful writer. And so just write. Do not judge yourself. Nobody's gonna judge you too. This is just a rough draft. And once you finish up with your rough draft, writing your novel, it basically depends on how big your novel is, what the genre is, etc. It really depends on your experience level when you exactly finish writing a novel. All that matters is that you get it finished. Now, you finished the whole writing process. Now you're just staring at it and you see so many things you can change in your novel. You're like, oh my god, there's so many mistakes, which is alright. Don't worry about making mistakes when writing. It's all gonna come to you naturally if you really have it within you, and if you really bring that passion out of you without even hesitating, you're gonna make it very far. That's all I had to say about that, guys. I hope that was really helpful. Thanks for watching this video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Hope you have an amazing day. I love you all. Bye!